All right, we are back. Lower body day on this Friday, or max acceleration and lower body, I should say. I had a meeting at school, so I had to go in early, 5 a.m., got there, did my training there at the school. So little change of scenery. Started with some norm, got warmed up, did some norm sprints to warm up, did some fly 10s, 30-yard bill fly 10s, super slow. I made the mistake of wearing like running shoes, and they're just so soft. You just can't get anything in those running shoes. There's just no responsiveness. It's kind of like running in sand, just running on a pillow. So sprints were not the fastest, but we got them done. Then into our lower body stuff, we started with some overcoming ISO calf raises into the rack. Normally I do them with my belt, but at the school I don't have the belt, so just did them with the barbell into the rack. With some rhythm split squats against the band, and then rhythm lunge jumps up onto the boxes. Also had some depth broad jumps as well, depth drop broad jumps. So you see pushing the rack up into the pins, trying to create that force into the ground right through the calf. I like these. I like overcoming ISOs that way, especially with the calf. Then just working on rhythm, working on speed, like things that coordination that you don't really think about. Being athletic, you need to have rhythm, you need to have timing, you need to be bouncy. And I really like these. The pads were sliding on me though, so I had to weight them down a little bit, but just bounce, hit the ground, right back up, switch the legs each time. Here I got some depth broad jumps as well on this video. So just dropping off the box with the depth broad jumps and trying to, as soon as you hit the ground, boom, explode forward. And of course, if your shoes match your shirt, you have a much better way, or a much better opportunity. You're going to jump higher. It's like a guaranteed 10% increase in jumping ability. That's a proven study. I know for a fact. But just drop off, hit the ground, try not to stick, and then explode forward. I use a cone to mark my spot to try and beat it each time. And you're not always going to beat it, but again, always a good time. Once you, this last one here, I get farther, so that's always a good way to end. Just like in basketball, you don't want to end on a missed shot. You end on a make shot and not a good one. Then we moved into some squats and deadlifts. Our squats, we did banded. I just worked on speed, just trying to keep it above 0.6 or 0.7, sorry. Again, this is a different safety squat bar than I have at home. Handles were shorter, just different. Again, nothing wrong with it, but just different tool, different feeling, just not used to this one. So getting back into it, try to keep those sets. I think we got 6 sets, keeping that sets of 2, getting it above, keeping it above 0.7. So not heavy, but just working on fast. Thinking of trying to actually like jump, but those bands can help or help keep you down. And for our spinal movement, we just paired it with dumbbell side bends, working on moving those rib cages, or working that rib cage, not those rib cages, the ribs, not the rib cages. You only have, I guess, one rib cage, right? And multiple ribs. So just trying to side, a little bit too much hip movement here for me, but really work on leaning and breathing into those side bends. So just working on these, also been working on keeping my squats deeper on my heavier ones. Like sometimes I'll notice I cut my depth. I see that with a lot of people, but those reps there were good. Power to get the heels out the ground when you're exploding up. Then we moved the same thing with the trap bar. Again, a different trap bar. Not used to this trap bar, but it wasn't bad. Mine has a lot more aggressive knurling and thicker handles, but this one was fine too. I think it's a rep one. Yeah, rep. But just had 225 on there and just, again, kept it above, tried to keep it above. We did 0.6 for that just because I wasn't used to it and just trying to figure it out playing around. But I think next week if we're back home, we'll do 0.7 on the poles there, trying to keep it above. And then finished out with just some hamstring ISO holds on the foam roller. So just 2 minutes each leg And that right leg, I know really felt it kind of cramping up, but you just fight through that cramp and just let it go, and you usually find a few seconds after that. But that was this lower body Max Excel day. Another good Friday. Nice to get out of the my home gym environment, get into the actual weight room environment there. Would have been nice to have training partners, but again, it's just myself in the big weight room. But a good day. Back to it, and we'll be back tomorrow with our upper body day, our last actual lifting training day of the week. So thanks for watching. Be athletic for life.